In this safety video, we will discuss scaffolding, and provide the measures needed for safety compliance and job site safety. Scaffolding has a variety of applications: new construction, routine maintenance, renovation, and painting. Scaffolding offers a safer and more comfortable work arrangement than leaning over edges, stretching overhead, and working from ladders. Scaffolding accidents mainly involve personnel falls and falling materials caused by equipment failure, incorrect operating procedures, and environmental conditions. Employees must be trained by a person qualified in the subject matter to recognize the hazards associated with the type of scaffold being used and understanding the proper procedures to control or minimize hazards. Employees must be trained in electrical hazards, and the correct procedures for dealing with electrical issues. The correct procedures for erecting, maintaining, and disassembling scaffolds include repairing and maintaining the scaffold to identify potential hazards, and the type of scaffold in question. Only qualified personnel may modify scaffolding systems. The proper use and proper handling of materials on the scaffold. The maximum intended load and the load-carrying capacities of the scaffolds used. Retraining is required when changes at the worksite present a hazard. The types of scaffolds, fall protection, falling object protection, or other equipment that present a hazard and inadequacies in an affected employee's work. Scaffolds and components must be inspected for defects before each work shift which could affect a scaffold's structural integrity and must be immediately repaired or replaced, braced, or removed from service until repaired. Unsafe equipment or conditions must be tagged out by a competent person and employees must follow the instructions. Each scaffold and component must be capable of supporting, at least 4 times the maximum intended load applied or transmitted and load in excess of their maximum rated capacities. The design load must be calculated on the basis of light, which is designed and constructed to carry a working load of 25 pounds per square foot. Medium, carries a working load of 50 pounds per square foot. Heavy, to carry a working load of 75 pounds per square foot. Each platform on all working levels of scaffolds must be fully planked or decked between the front uprights and the guardrail supports. Planking platforms must be overlapped, minimum 12 inches, or secured from movement. The maximum work level height must not exceed 3 times the least base dimension below the platform. Where the basic mobile unit does not meet this requirement, outrigger frames must be employed to achieve this least base dimension, or provisions must be made to guy or brace the unit against tipping. Scaffolds with a height to base width, including outrigger support, if used the ratio of more than 4:1 must be restrained from tipping by guying, tying, bracing, or equivalent means. Supported scaffold poles, legs, posts, frames, and uprights must bear on base plates and mudsills or other adequate firm foundation. Footings must be level, sound, rigid, and capable of supporting the loaded scaffold without settling or displacement. Unstable objects must not be used to support scaffolds or platform units. Wheels or casters must be properly designed for strength and dimensions to support 4 times the design working load, with a positive locking device to prevent movement of the scaffold. Depending on the type of scaffold, each employee more than 10 feet above a lower level must be protected from falling either by a personal fall arrest system, a guardrail system, or both. Where leveling of the elevated work platform is required, screw jacks or other similar means for adjusting the height must be provided. The base section of each mobile unit must extend into its leg tube at least 1/3 its length, but in no case may the exposed portion of the screw jack exceed 12 inches. All scaffold work levels 6 feet or higher above the ground or floor must have a toe board, at locations where persons are required to work or pass under the scaffold, and 30 inches or higher above the ground or floor must have guardrail protection. This concludes another CMS safety video. Please subscribe for updates, and thank you for your time. Have a safe week and an amazing day.